everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to share with you people the most interesting content part 2 essay writing. So essay writing, in the last video we have already discussed what is essay, what are different phases of essays, how to write, what to write, we are going to discuss in this video of mine. So as I have said in the last videos that whatever question may it be given in the question papers in the examination or what, don't panic. First categorize in what kind of list it is going, like is it a narrative essay, is it a descriptive essay, or the essay speaks more about argumentativeness. You need to identify it first. So well, when you identify it, what is the next step to go, which I am going to describe in this video. So hope you will watch this video till the end to get lot of idea of how to write essays, because essay writing matters a lot. It carries a lot of marks in examination question papers. So let's waste no more time and rush into the video of ours. So how to write an essay? Knowing what is essay is not enough. Knowing what are the types of essays is also not enough. Knowing the content whatever provided to you in question papers, distinguishing it basing on your idea whether it's narrative, descriptive or argumentative is not the matter. Here only or enough to it you cannot solve the problem. Knowing an essay or what kind of essay is it or what actually is an essay does not solve the problem. You need to know how to write an essay, because essay writing is not limited to that extent of knowing it or summarizing it or enlisting it distinguishably about what kind of essay it belongs, but also essay writing itself, the word is hidden over there, that you need to write it, that what kind of essays you are going to write and how to write. So let's discuss now how to write an essay. So after knowing what kind of essays they are, how to write, step 1 is that know the title of the essay well. What is given you or provided you in the question paper. After knowing it, make suddenly the views, at least 5 to 6 distinct views which don't or which should not match one to the other. You should not have to, or you need not have to mess up your essays. You have to just put for your views or your opinions point wise, where one point should not match with the other point or the second one. So you should immediately make your views or opinions, that what opinions or what understanding level you have of your own, that reading this thoroughly 2 to 3 times I have got so and so idea. That's done. I need to explain this essay basing on my view or idea only. Keep this in mind, guys, because unless and until you know that what sort of content to write, you cannot proceed on writing, right? So essay writing, completely whatever you are writing depends on the issue of what sort of knowledge you have on the idea you have of your own, or what sort of opinions or views you gather from that point or question. So thinking of an essay is the first thing you need to do, that what to think, what not to think. After thinking what views you have got, which should not match with one another. Second thing you need to do over here is, after knowing or getting opinion of what to write and what not to write, you need to go immediately to the intro point or introduction point. What to explain in the intro part? What kind of introduction you need to keep forward to drive the attention of the reader who is reading your answer paper thoroughly. So see, the heart of the essay usually lies in the intro and conclude part only. When you ask me, my opinion is intro part is the best part of the essay, where most of the readers can click or get through your knowledge or your viewpoint. They need not have to go to the objectives whatever you have written in the essay, because whatever you write, they have no such time to go to all the points you have written. They will just look for a while, or they will just give their overview of what you have written in the objective points. They will seriously and opinionably go through only the introduction part and the conclusion part. So your intro part and conclude part should be a vessel to gain or to capture that person's mind in your hands. Whatever you know, the reader won't see it. Whatever you know, you need to illustrate in few lines in the intro part only. Seeing your introduction, he will get some sort of idea that what you might be writing in the objectives or what you have already written in the objectives. He need not have to go, because he know more than you, right? So introduction should be very precise, to the point, and should be very, very, very attractive, because it is the only part of the essay where the heart of essay lies, and also most of the readers will get attention from that only, because as we also know the simple saying that first impression is the best impression. So the foremost impression of the essay lies in the intro part only, which is the heart of essay. So your essay, whatever you bluff or write in the objective part, your intro should be best. This is the next point. Second point. Well, when the third point comes, you need to see on the objectives by paragraphing them. You need not have to write it line by line, page by page like anything. They will get bored and they will stop referring to your essay. You need to picturize your essay or graph your essay like anything. Like you need to make paragraphs out of it. Paragraph number 1, paragraph number 2, paragraph number 3, and so on. What kind of objectives you want to describe, put in the form of numerical code like 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C in alphabetical form. Or you yourselves make a paragraph. Leave 1 to 2 lines, make a paragraph. Again do the same till your objectives or your opinions end. So what to write in objective and what not to write in objective. Point number 4. 3, as you have already know that point number 3 goes on with the objectives. Paragraphing the objectives. What to write in the next point is that objectives, which itself or they themselves mean that opinions. What opinion you have, whether you are for the topic or whether you are against the topic. You like the topic or you won't like the topic. Leave the other writers. They will write their own opinion. What new you are writing is a matter of concern over here. See, you will write the point which you know, right? Every writer, every learner, every capturer have their own ideas and views. It won't match with anyone. So, see or enlist such opinions or points seeing the topic, that what are the common points that all the writers usually write and what different point can I write in the essay. This fetches the marks over there. So everyone writes 5 to 6 points commonly in each answer sheets. So what kind of wrongness or correctness or the difference which you want to write, which will leave up your essay unmatchably or unmatched with other essays. This will score you the marks. No reader will look through the common points which everyone writes, or which the reader himself has. That common points no one sees, guys, believe me. Only the points which you have distinctly of your own, which makes other essays distinct from yours, he will pay attention only to those of. So write much unique views and present it uniquely, which makes the reader speechless when he reads or goes through your essay. So objectives involves paragraphs, sub-objectives and so on. When the last point comes as conclusion, what to conclude, which means when you simply read in a textual exercise the summary. When you have some kind of textbooks of your own which are written in English and some lessons or summaries. What is a conclusion part over here? I can simply exemplify you or describe you as it. Like when you read some kind of lesson, what sort of theme you will get out of it, or what sort of idea you will drop at the end is the conclusion or the theme of an essay. After writing, you too will get writing while and while, through and through, time by time, you will, while writing, you will get to know different kinds of points which you are putting in front. So from that points, what kind of conclusion or theme you are getting of your own also is important. So this makes the kind of essay precise. So as you have given importance to the introduction part, you also have to give importance to the conclusion part also, because it carries the best part of the essay writing. Not only the introduction part, the ending part should also be superb, so that you will get everyone's attention when you present your essay like anything. So while writing essays, you need to keep all these kinds of points in mind. So what kind of essays, if some choice is given to you, suppose the professor or the lecturers leave the choice to you that you choose the essays of your own and describe your essays of your own, prepare a well designed, good, precise essay which captures everyone's attention and leave you attractively and speechlessly in front of your audience. Choose that kind of idea and keep in front of us and prepare home task. If anyone gives you this kind of questions in classroom, leave the question papers, you are done with them. When whatever I have shared you the points, use that and write in the answer sheets. You are done with today's, leave that point. When this some of the lecturers or professors ask you to prepare your own kind of essays, then what kind of essays usually you need to prepare of your own? Like mostly the most interesting and eye-catching essays goes with the expository or argumentative essays, because no one, see, essay writing is such an aspect where if one topic is given, everyone will have their own individual views and opinions. But out of all that views and opinions, everyone or every writer or speaker usually have some kind of points with their own, or left out with such kind of points with their own, which will match with everyone. Out of, when we read a content or a headline of the essay, usually we will get or left out with some kind of common points, for example 5 to 10 points, which will match with everyone, every essay speaker or writer. So you need not have to choose such kind of essays which everyone speaks the same. No need of using that. Use such kind of argumentative essays, because here in expository or argumentative essays, no one can have the same opinion of their own. Some will be for the essay, some will be against the essay. So there itself you can get an idea whether you will be for the essay or whether you will be against the essay. So you guys have to do one thing, is that you need to choose such kind of content which grips and grabs everyone's attention, and you can keep forward your views very daringly, saying for the essay or against the essay. This will capture everyone's attention. For example, if you have any doubt, like everyone are choosing expository or argumentative essays, so what else can I choose? Choose such kind of essays which are uncommon. I suggest that. If everyone are choosing argumentative essays, you can choose narrative essays. You can narrate it well, because everyone will share their own opinions depending on for or against basis. You share your own opinion of narrative basisness, so it will also click everyone's essays. choosing essay differently, distinctly, and your own, by your own sense or own understanding, which makes or leaves audience unmatchedly, leaves you with one plus point, is that no one can judge you that my points or my opinions of essays matches with you. No one can point out you. You will leave with the distinct form of your own opinions. This is the extract or the end of the essay making. So this is the precise form of essay writing. So here in this manner you can choose essays, you can write essays, you can also understand essays in a logical format. So this is what an essay. So what idea you have got? Essay. You need not have to panic, guys. Here essay writing is simple. If you want to write any essay, that concept wise, you need to keep few of the points in mind at last, that are structure of the essay, whether the structure of the essay is grabbed in your mind point wise like anything, whether it is done or not, you need to check it out. Second point, have you organized the essay which you are writing? Yes, you have prepared or enlisted a kind of graph in your mind, whether it is organized, whether it is to the point, whether your views are good at the point or to the point, or it is going lengthily, is the point number 2. When it comes to the point number 3, have you planned on what slot you are going to make an essay, is the third point. Fourth point is that whether your explanation is good, with good sort of grammatical sense, good sort of pronunciation, good sort of spellings, good sort of punctuation marks, good sort of tenses. All this comes under the point number 5. You need to be simple, you need to be attractive, you need to explain it well, describe it well, but your descriptive language in the line number 1, what sort of line or what sort of tenses in the line you are using, you should stick to that sort of tenses only till the conclude part. You need not have to change your tenses while and while when you are going to paragraph number 1 to 2 or 3. Here the reader also checks your writing ability, your opinions, along with the grammatical errors you actually commit, because grammatical errors are usually committed while writing essays. You will forget what sense you are using and you will use such kind of senses and tenses while and while. But what is the use if they are standard up as the incorrect sentences or paragraphs with wrong sort of tenses? So tenses are a matter of fact. Use correct tense, use correct punctuations, stop where necessary, write lengthily where necessary, describe correctly to the point. If your explanation is not good going lengthily, stop over there, cut your opinion, go to the opinion number 2 so that you can describe it well. Well, when you think for a while and sit cool and calm and have an ability to describe this, to shorten your lengthiness, then only you take a daringness to write the lengthy viewpoints in a very short form. Write in a very logical, eye-catching format. Because writing and graphing it, slotting it, and also naming it or enlisting it in numerals or alphabetical form, and also keeping in mind all the punctuations, tenses, grammatical errors in mind also matters a lot. Here you will get less marks if you don't pay attention to the errors which you are making while and while. So keep, not only move on or drive on your views to the opinion which you are illustrating in the paper, because keeping in mind the kind of opinions, if you forget the tenses in which you are explaining, there stands up an error. So when your sentence is completely going into an error or grammatical error format, then who else will be interested to read your thing? So that keep your intro and conclude, most importantly, short and precise. Even though you describe lengthily your objectives, your intro part should be good, precise, attractive, and also eye-catching. Use inverted commas between the sentences or the phrases if you can effectively use them. Use such kind of names of personalities from whom you can get some sort of idea that are required to the content that is mentioned here in this essay. So all these kinds of points matters a lot. Keeping all these points and keeping a graph or planning all these points in one slot, you are there on ready to make your content of essay like anything. So in this manner you can write a very good essay which can be very nicely fetchable by the reader, and reader by its first attempt of reading only can get your content and your views and opinions correctly reachable to them. You need not have to write such kind of lines or essays or concepts to such an extent that reader, if you will illustrate or say only then, or you will read and explain only, he will then only can understand. Your essay should be simple and logical to that way that even if you don't explain them, your view can be easily reachable to them as a sort of message. Your message, so essay, in other words, a sort of message or an opinion or a viewpoint which can be explained in a logical format by paragraphing it, objectivizing it, and also writing intro and conclusion parts to the point, so that the reader will not get bored and read while and while, and get interest to read your essay while and while without getting bored at any extent. So that's it for today. Hope you have understood my video. If you have understood and at least liked my video to some extent, do hit the like button, and also your subscription matters a lot. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Subscribe my channel and also hit the bell button. Your subscription matters a lot to me. So that's it for today. We are done with today's content. So that's it for today. Thank you guys. You're done with today's content.